Today for the millions of Americans who take melatonin to help them sleep. A new study says long-term use could be linked to serious heart problems. It found that adults who have insomnia and have been using melatonin for a year or more have a 90% higher chance of heart failure. They are also almost 3.5 times more likely to visit a hospital for heart failure. Now, this is a shocking finding about a supplement that many people think of as completely safe, and some health specialists will often prescribe to their patients. So to help us to understand exactly what this means, we are joined by Dr. Kelly Gill, a Northwestern Medicine sleep specialist. Dr. Gill, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So let's just get right to it. How worried should people really be about this?
I don't think we should be too worried. It's something that will warrant further research. We know that there's a connection between chronic insomnia and heart disease. These are very common associations, and that's really what this research is showing us, is that there's an association. But it really isn't telling us causality. So meaning we don't know that melatonin's really causing heart failure.
So it's kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg,
Right.
the melatonin or the heart issue, right? Okay,
Right.
first of all, let's talk about how does melatonin works. From what I understand, it interacts with receptors in the brain to basically help us regulate our sleep patterns. So how would that have a direct correlation to our heart?
So our pineal gland, which is part of the brain, is specifically what secretes melatonin, which is a neurohormone, which works on the clock, the internal clock in our brain that controls our circadian rhythm or biological clock. As you mentioned, I work with Northwestern, who's a leader in circadian rhythm or biological clock science. Where that connects to the heart is actually some of these melatonin pathways can be affected by different medications, first off, that are prescribed, like certain blood pressure medications. Also, indirectly, if there are any alterations to these neurogenic pathways that can also affect melatonin production.
So, I hear this study and a lot of people are hearing it. Everybody's been talking about it. It has created a lot of discussion. So two important questions for you. Should people stop taking melatonin immediately? And then the final question is, are there other safer alternatives? So let's get to the first one here. Should we stop taking it immediately?
So no, I would say it's not a cause for panic. I would say we should really reconsider, though, the whole thing. So meaning, first off, melatonin is not prescribed. It's not FDA regulated. So we do need to look at what dose are you taking. Often when I ask patients, are you taking melatonin? They say yes, but often don't know what dose are you taking. So you really should stick with the lower doses if you're taking it, meaning below 5 milligrams.
Okay.
We really don't see a lot of difference when people are taking the higher dosage.
Okay, so
if you
take
do
the
have
lower
heart failure,
dosage.
then maybe, yes, that's a reason to talk to your doctors. Maybe consider a referral to a sleep center, maybe consider a sleep study.
And then real
the
quick,
biggest
before we're
thing
out of
is,
time, can you tell us what is another alternative that's not a supplement?
behavioral techniques, meaning relaxation, keeping a strict sleep-wake schedule, keeping a routine, and exercise. Exercise is always a helpful measure.
Yeah, I know exercise seems to cure everything as much as it is tough for some of us to do it. Dr. Gill, thank you so much. We appreciate you
Yes,
taking the time to break
no
this
problem.
down for us.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.